Hi everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Mass Effect 3. We're going to go to the Elcor's homeworld of Dakuna. Never been there before. And we're going to see what the deal is. I'm going to assume... Wow, there's a lot of assets in this universe, galaxy. Solar system... sector. And I'm guessing it's all been wiped out. I found something. No! That's crazy. Elcor haven't even got through their starting solar system yet. An Elcor flotilla. Oh, well I guess it makes sense that that's here. We'll get our fuel back. What's it giving me? Start scanner or land? Start scanner. Am I not meant to be landing here? Code of the Ancients. Okay. I kind of thought I needed to be there. What the hell? I'm meant to land on its moon? No. What the fuck? Maybe I'm supposed to go there before I use the scan? Maybe it's the mod that's broken it? No, nothing. This game is just going to absolute hell. I don't think it is my scanning mod. I don't know why it is. But it wouldn't let me scan again, so there's no more to find here. Unless the point is that they're all dead, and you go and tell the man that? I don't think that can be right. Unless that's it, the Elcor flotilla, and that's all we're meant to rescue. Well, I guess it's easy enough to check.
You're cleared to dock, Normandy. Do you need ground transport?
I need to get to the embassies.
Yes, Commander.
We got your people off Dakuna, Ambassador.
Utterly sincere. Thank you for your assistance, Commander. This is not a debt we can repay.
Were you able to evacuate any civilians?
Yes,
How many?
not enough.
Was that it? That was incredibly underwhelming. I can't believe that actually had a spoken piece. Well, I guess it's on with the main game then, is it?
One moment, please. Now arriving at docking bay D-24.
I'd like to request a transfer to a zone with Reaper, Sergeant.
And may I ask why you think your deployment deserves special treatment, Private?
I think we've actually got that, probably. Commons. We've done that one in the Commons. We've done that. Depends if the Citadel's going to get destroyed before the next one. I don't think it is. I can't do that one. I don't see any other choice but to go to Thessia. I mean, shall I hand those bits in? I guess I can just cut the video, can't I?
I recovered the code of the ancients from Dakuna. It's waiting for you in Bay D-24.
With shock and joy. Really, this is wonderful news. Thank you, human. Sincerely, this will greatly aid our people. With sincere gratitude, thank you, human.
Spectre status recognized. One moment, please.
I couldn't help but overhear your conversation. Maybe these heating stabilizer schematics could help?
This is amazing. The colonists, my sister, will be most pleased. Thank you. I am in your debt.
This is a nice spot, Ash.
Yeah. All the shuttles zipping around remind me of when my dad would get ready to ship out. My mom would bundle us all up, buy us ice cream, and cart us out to the shipyard to watch his transport depart. I still have to resist waving every time a big Alliance ship flies by.
You should bring Sarah up here.
I will, when she's ready. She'll like the quiet. She wasn't the loud tomboy crashing around like I was.
Sounds like you were a handful.
Maybe. My dad got me. Shame you never met him. He would have liked you.
You think so?
Career military man? Yeah. Yeah, he would have invited you over, cooked you something on the grill, and talked your ear off.
Ever think about what life would have been like outside the Alliance?
Oh, sure. Tried to rebel against the whole military family thing when I was growing up. When my dad and I got into it, I'd threaten to run away with the next guy that came along.
Really?
He'd laugh and say, "Good, I'll pack your damn bags myself." That tended to deflate me pretty quick. He knew I'd never stray far from the family. They're everything to me.
It's easy to forget what we fight for.
Yeah, moments like that.
This was a good idea.
Nice to get away from the war for a while. I do feel a little guilty, though.
Sure. But sometimes you have to step away or risk going crazy.
Too late.
No argument here.
You're a crappy commander.
You're a crappy commander.
Sir.
Copy that.
Hey, Shepard. I'm glad to see you. I know things are crazy right now.
Exactly. So you have to take the moments when you can. What's going on with the Crucible?
That project is crazy. Freaking huge. And all these brilliant minds are working night and day trying to figure it out. I wish you could see them. Heads down, piecing it together. It's something to see. We'll get this Crucible built, Shepard. And then, We'll win this thing. I feel it. Do you feel it?
Yeah, sure, I feel it. And I'm counting on you and everyone there. Get it done.
Believe it.
It was interesting to meet Bryn. How is she?
She's great, actually. It's good to see her work without the distraction of having to worry about the colony.
And you and her?
We're having a baby, Shepard.
Wow. Congratulations.
Wasn't exactly planned, but I'm looking forward to it. I'm gonna be a better father than mine was. Do the whole thing right. It's,
One more thing to fight for.
You got that right. Bryn wants to name it after you.
Really?
Yeah. Shepard.
That's... nice.
That's my surname,
Yeah.
dude.
I'm gonna talk her out of it. No offense.
None taken.
Good.
Could you not have waited until after the Crucible was finished before knocking her up?
So what's going on with you? You still like what you're doing?
Things are good. I'm good.
Still not tempted to come back to the Normandy?
Always tempted, Shepard. But no.
So, you working on the Crucible?
Don't get me wrong. I'm smart. But not that smart. Hackett keeps me busy, though.
How's he doing?
Holding up. If they make old guys any tougher than that, I'd like to see it.
I'm glad we had time to talk.
Me too. Gotta take the moments when you can. So true. And Shepard, thanks again for getting my people out alive.
Take care, Jacob.
You too, Shepard. I'm thinking about you out there. Stay safe.
I came across this treatment plant at a chemical plant. Could it help?
Treatment? What is... I've never seen this kind of process before.
Huh. Probably experimental. It's a long shot, but let's run some tests and see if it might work for our patient. Any improvement?
Yes, the counter-agent is finally starting to kick in.
Any improvement?
Yes, the counter-agent is finally starting to kick in.
I overheard what you said. I found this at a Cerberus station. A poison tailored to Turians.
Let me see. Yes, I think this is it. With these schematics, we should be able to come up with an antidote. Thank you. The General might pull through because of this. Yes, General Corellius should make a full recovery. He's already awake and responsive.
Okay, off to Thessia it is. Have I been here? I'm going to say no. Pretty sure everything will have been scanned.
Signal confirmed.
Oh. Very surprised. Why haven't the Asari got this? Because it was an Asari cruiser. Makes sense. Right then. I'm going to have a lot of reading to do. But to you, it'll just seem like a second.
Sea is under heavy Reaper attack. There's activity across most of the planet.
What about the temple? Can you raise the scientists?
Negative. All channels are scrambled across the spectrum. The mission's looking really dicey.
This is too important. It's now or never.
Shepard, that's my home down there. I have to go.
Then get to the shuttle and let's do this.
The Asari just aren't that good at killing things or offering opportunities to kill things. I don't think there's a lot of point in taking Edie. I think I'm going to take Tali. Oh, It remembered my weapon layout. How good is that? Oh, did I change my shotgun? Well, I barely use it anyway. Warp ammo is so specific. I don't want it. Honestly, I don't even particularly want it. It's just a distraction for her.
Liara, do you have anything more on this artifact?
These coordinates the counselor gave you are for the Temple of Athame. My mother took me there once. It's several thousand years old. And for some reason, it has classified government funding.
Sounds like we're on the right trail.
What if we're too late? My people are dying down there.
Oh no.
Venezia took you to this temple?
I was just a child. I thought it was a history lesson, but now, maybe there was more to it.
What do you mean?
I went digging through her old files. She had heavily encrypted records on this place, some dating back centuries. I still can't crack most of them. Whatever's going on, it's well hidden.
I remember your mother. She fought so hard against indoctrination.
And this brings all those memories back. What if Thessia faces the same fate?
Oh no, I'm so concerned, Liara. Definitely. I'll show you how concerned I am tonight. I'm really concerned, Liara.
I know it's difficult, Liara, but you can't think about it. You could spend all day counting casualties. Focus on getting what we need to finish the Crucible.
I'm sorry. I can't be that callous about my own people.
In our fight with the Geth, I couldn't think about how many we lost. If I did, I couldn't face the next day.
Hey, buckle up! This one's gonna be tight.
This can't be happening. My home.
You'll mourn later! Right now we're vulnerable up here!
Let's get down.
You must be Commander Shepard!
Lieutenant! Outpost Tychus is running out of ammunition.
We all are! Tell them to make every shot count!
Eastern Perimeter reports they've been breached.
Where are the reinforcements?
This is Task Force Pandora, requesting reinforcements at Quad 091. Situation urgent.
Commander, we heard... The barrier's been breached! Commander, we'll talk later! Get on that gun up there and do some damage! Somebody better get
do I
on
have
that gun.
to? Fine, I'll save you because you're incapable of saving yourself. You need me.
Enemy targets on the bridge! Hold them back!
Surely you could have killed those. How rubbish are you?
Keep firing!
Oh my god, you were killed by husks! The Asari are garbage. Remind me again why we're bothering to save them for our war effort?
We all I can't keep this up. Make every shot count. Just hang in there.
Eastern Perimeter reports...
Target down. Commander, we heard... The barrier's been breached.
Well, I better kill the husks for you.
Get on that gun.
I didn't realise they were that difficult to kill that you needed bloody reinforcements to beat the husks, but there you go. That's the Asari.
More on the way! They're at the barrier! Keep firing! Enemy targets on the bridge! Hold them back! I want that gunship prepped and in the air! Plug that hole! We're on it! Someone get me a location on our snipers!
Yes, ma'am.
Commander, I'm Lieutenant Curran. We've been told to expect you. My orders are to hold this grid at all costs. Shore up the barrier! But our perimeter's collapsing, and I'm getting my people out of here.
This is important. We need your help.
Well, unless you can give me a good reason to stay, we're not dying for a field of rubble.
What exactly were you told about me?
Nothing but your name. Mission details were classified, which just means we'll die without knowing why.
Oh my god, the Asari are just so rubbish. I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense, but... I mean, she's supposedly in charge of this, what did she say, quadrant position? I can't remember.
This comes from the highest levels of your government. They can't risk a leak.
Standing here dying 3 at a time is risky too. Care to give us a reason?
What? Your own government didn't trust you with a reason, why should I?
It's too complicated. I need to get into that temple and you're gonna help me do it.
You're too late. One of our outposts lost contact with the scientists over there.
I still need to reach them.
Get that gunship moving! Now! I'm not sacrificing my people just because some human I've never met says I should. I don't know you, but I do know if I don't pull my people out, they're all dead.
Wait. If we don't get to that temple, Lieutenant, this will be the last you ever see of Thessia. You're witnessing the extinction of our entire race. This is the end.
And you really think you can stop all that from happening?
Did I change her outfit?
I've already taken 2 Reapers out onto Chunka and Rannoch. I know how to do this.
And what about all the other Reapers still out there?
We have to start somewhere.
You better know what you're doing. This is Lieutenant Curran. Hold your positions. I want a path carved to the temple. Outpost Tychus, we've got people coming your way. Let's make sure the galaxy knows the war was won on Thessia.
Yeah.
Make it count.
Yeah, I'll be sure to tell them that. It'll be pretty much number 1 on the list of things we say.
I was here years ago. To see the city burning like this is...
It can be rebuilt. Just worry about the next 20 meters. Watch it!
This has to end. Use your anger against the enemy, Liara. It's how I faced the Geth.
Remember that, because here they come. Staggered approach. Try to use cover. Push him back!
We're clear.
Then move! Get off the bridge!
I wonder if I should have searched the last camp for some Asari stuff. I might do it again. Make sure she's in white. I prefer in white to the kind of blue. I kind of like the blue, but not the outfit overall. Nah, I don't know why I changed her out of white. Right, this is the end of the episode. Thank you for watching. Come back for the next part of Mass Effect 3. And I think I got the wrong shotgun as well. I'll sort that out.
The Asari homeworld, Thessia, is the core of the largest economy in the Milky Way. The planet's reserves of Element Zero are so vast that they affect its price galaxy-wide. Because life on Thessia evolved in an EZO-rich environment, the world is home to a wealth of both biotically active and EZO-resistant species. Travel to the planet is strictly controlled, but smuggling remains an issue. Thessia is host to varying republics instead of a single government, and although each maintains a formidable military, it is notable for having long been free of internal or external wars. The Asari are renowned for their cultural and political dominance, and they excel in ambassadorial ventures. They have a strong presence in Citadel politics and galactic policy. However, it is the unfocused political structure of their homeworld that has left the Thessians unprepared for the current conflict.
Tavura is a hydrogen-methane ice giant with a core of frozen ammonia and trace hydrocarbons. The world is named for an ancient Asari goddess of love, sex, travel, and law, spheres of influence whose overlap initially baffled human xenoanthropologists. Asari reproductive instincts are strongly exogamous, and before alien contact, their instincts sent the Asari roaming outside their kinship groups to avoid mating with relatives. The journeys necessitated a system of rules governing guests, fugitives, and alliances, all watched over by the goddess Tavura. The Reapers have ignored Tavura so far, its science stations and moon-based mining equipment offering little strategic importance. It is likely that a destroyer will eventually be sent here to exterminate any civilians. Athame is a hydrogen-helium gas giant with spectacular rings. The planet's apparent magnitude varies when seen from Thessia based on atmospheric conditions and relative distance. To the ancient Asari, the mysterious star that shone in some months and disappeared in others was linked to fortune, and so it was named Athame, after the matriarch of the pantheon and a goddess of prophecy and fate. Athame's worship changed over time, eventually becoming the basis for a monotheistic religion in which her maiden, matron and matriarch aspects oversaw all stages and roles in Asari society. When an Asari says, "by the goddess," they are referring to Athame. Like Janiri, the planet Athame served as a rally point during the Reaper invasion, where fleeing Asari ships could discharge their drive cores so that they could make another FTL jump. The Reapers were forced to chase the Asari away from Athame, buying Thessia valuable time. Janiri is a hydrogen-helium gas giant, named for an ancient Asari goddess of seasons, storms and agriculture. With the advent of the Siari religion, Janiri's holy day Janirius became largely secular, but it is still celebrated on worlds with Asari influence. During the Reaper attack on Thessia, the Asari Armada used Janiri as a staging base for their hit-and-run attacks on the invading Reapers, striking, jumping to FTL to lose pursuers, and discharging the static into Janiri's magnetic field as they prepared for another attack. This forced the Reapers to mount a counter-offensive to drive the Asari away from Janiri, using ships that would otherwise have been hammering Thessia itself. A large reflective asteroid, Lucen is almost visible in Thessia's night sky, and was discovered soon after the Asari developed optics. When the space age finally arrived, the rocky asteroid was among the first to be mined for its valuable deposits of platinum group metals. Lucen is named for the servant of the goddess Athame, who beseeched the goddess for the gift of poetry, forging and biotics. Lucen then sailed the sea and sky teaching these gifts to mortals. It is said that the aging powerful matriarch begged Athame for the gift of prophecy, so that she would see whether the Asari would prosper in the future. Athame refused, prophecy being hers alone, and when Lucen tried to steal it from Athame's silver jars, Athame struck her down. The Reapers have so far ignored the mining facility on Lucen, as it offers little strategic value and is far from the system's mass relay. Pierres, the lifeless sister planet to Thessia, lacks water or oxygen. It is covered instead with deserts, the air a mix of carbon dioxide and ethane. The manageable temperatures and gravity on Pierres led to heavy exploitation for mineral wealth in the beginnings of the Asari space age. Today, Pierres is largely mined out. Pierres is named for an ancient Asari goddess of death, who was not seen as a malefic figure, but as one who guided Asari spirits on their final journey. From her home in the stars, she could grant an Asari who had lost a lover the ability to restore them to life in another body. This legend, heavily modified, formed the basis for a recent, highly profitable human sim called Nekia Corridor. The Reapers targeted Pierres from orbit, its population too small to bother harvesting. Wreckage of the old domed cities and spaceports dot the landscape. The Asari homeworld of Thessia has been called the crown jewel of the galaxy, the apex of democracy, and the beating heart of galactic love. Its republics have a remarkably low incidence of war, disease, violent crime or famine, riding a stable economy backed by wealthy colonies and Thessia's vast Element Zero reserves. Traces of Ezo in the water and soil are so common that most life on Thessia has adapted to its presence. Thessia's fortunes have been upended by the Reaper assault. The communications infrastructure that forms the backbone of the society's e-democracies has been eliminated. Millions are without power, water or food, and move to coerce the Asari into widespread surrender. This is a necessary part of the Reaper strategy, since husks alone have difficulty disarming or capturing a population full of biotics. Wrapped in a crushing haze of hydrogen and methane, Corinth is named for an Asari goddess of war and hunting, the two being similar in the Asari mindset. The planet is particularly bright in Thessia's morning and evening skies, enough to cast noticeable shadows on moonless nights. Understandably, warriors and hunters operating at night were grateful for Corinth's blessing. The planet was never heavily exploited for minerals. Early Asari explorers focused on the asteroid belt, and by the time robo-mining machines were created that could withstand the intense heat, more lucrative planets were already on the star charts. Modern charts record several scientific stations orbiting the planet, but it appears that all have been destroyed by the Reapers. When Dacuna's government learned that the Reapers had returned, they evacuated everyone on Sangle's Helium-3 recovery platforms. The sizable hydrogen-helium gas giant was abandoned, its workers relocated to Dacuna. The move was ostensibly made because the Elcor homeworld was in a more defensible position. In reality, it may have been motivated by a subconscious herding instinct, as most grazing creatures come together in large groups when predators near. Tel Yun is named after the first Elcor settlement in recorded history. The planet's name roughly translates to the deep and restful meadowland, which is somewhat of a misnomer, given that Tel Yun's thick, crushing atmosphere keeps its surface boiling hot and the air is a noxious mixture of carbon dioxide and helium. The Elcor homeworld, Dacuna, overflows with natural resources protected by law, from large deposits of precious metals to vast forests. The Elcor themselves live in rich grasslands near the equator. The majority of Dacuna's settlements are tucked within this belt, as the conservative Elcor feel little desire to build outside their comfort zone. Their twin capitals are for migrations from the wet season to the dry season, a tradition made obsolete by modern technology but still observed. After the destruction of the Elcor navy, Reapers moved in their ground troops to occupy the cities. This has taken longer than most civilized worlds, as the Elcor have spread out into smaller, distant settlements, reflecting their preference for close-knit family communities instead of densely packed cities. Nanuamun's scorching hot surface is composed of lime with deposits of copper. It has faint traces of a nitrogen atmosphere. The Elcor have left it untouched, aside from the orbital probes that monitor the planet in case anything noteworthy should one day occur. The first mission to Oltan, Dacuna's moon, was a century in the making. Elcor leaders felt resources for space travel could be better used on their homeworld, and it took decades of persuasion to secure project funding. Archaic harvesting stations that recovered helium-3 from the moon's regolith were still functioning when the Reapers invaded, and the Elcor stationed there were able to flee the system.